Over the past decade, Europe has seen a considerable influx of refugees crossing the borders in search of a better and safer life. With an estimated 65 million people throughout the world having been forced to flee their homes, this has created more than 22 million refugees worldwide. Of this number, an estimated 118,000 refugees are living here in the UK. That's just 0.18% of the UK's total population. But how many does your local town accept? Here in Bournemouth, it seems to be unknown. Whilst Bournemouth have agreed to house 3 Syrian families this year, there are numerous unaccompanied asylum seeker children and others who are not on record. But whilst Bournemouth isn't a dispersal town for refugees via official channels, there is a commitment to do more. Later on, we speak with Green Party councillor Simon Bull, but first, we meet with local refugee charity ICN.
We're a charity, we're a faith-based charity helping and supporting refugees and asylum seekers. We like to think we're holistic in our support, so we're teaching English, we're giving advice and support, we're helping women and children. And we're also helping Syrian families to come to this country. And also we help the local authorities as well with unaccompanied asylum seeker children.
I think our work here at ICN is really important. Everything that, all the different things that we offer here are really important because there's just a need. There's not an overwhelming need here in Bournemouth, but we do have lots of refugees and asylum seekers who just need some help in understanding how the processes work here. It's culturally very different, our processes are very different, and people just need support and guidance and advice and help on moving forward and resettling in their new life here. So essentially, I think it's really, really important.
ICN offer numerous services that help with basic needs around health, education and welfare. But they're also really trying to look at ways on how to help refugees successfully integrate into society and the communities they're living in. But when you don't even know the language of the country you're arriving to, this can be extremely difficult. Here at ICN, Fiona takes care of just that.
I'm ESOL coordinator at ICN, and that means that when people need or want English lessons, I will do their initial assessment to find out where they are with speaking, listening, reading and writing. We have 7 classes. We have intermediate, pre-intermediate, 2 elementary, a beginner, a literacy and a mixed level class. So I can decide, knowing who's in my classes, where they'll fit best.
Oh, good, good, a glass. Glass. Where is the glass?
On the table.
On the table. Excellent. It's on the table. On the table.
On the table.
On the table. Good. All right. All right. One more for Sam, I think. Ooh, Sam, can you remember? Number 9. If you could point him to number 9. What is it? What is it, Sam?
When you come to a strange country and you don't know anybody, you need to make friends and you need to know that the people of that country are friendly and you need to start to feel comfortable. So it's all part of getting people to settle in, to feel safe. If they have any problems, they know that you're a secure person to come to talk about it. So it's vital. It's not just important.
I think that would be our USP as a charity. Our unique selling point, and it makes us a little bit different from maybe statutory support services, that actually we encourage staff to build relationships because we feel that building that trust means that our support can be more effective. So, but it does mean that people can visit in their homes, they can enjoy having meals with refugees. So one of the ways that they love to say thank you for the support they're giving is to invite you for a meal or whatever like that, yeah.
It's clear to see that ICN's aim is to ease refugees into their new lives here in Bournemouth, offering support as much as possible along the way. A local resident in Bournemouth who has experienced this firsthand is 19-year-old Bashir Husseini.
I've been 1 year and a half
when I came to UK, the government put me to Bournemouth. When you're in journey, you have to listen to smuggler, and all of them, the smuggler, is not good people. If they good people, they don't do that job. And every smuggler, we can say, has maybe different things like knife or something, so you have to listen to them. And when the new smuggler came to us and they said, you have to listen to me, if you don't listen to me, I will do that, I will do that, I will do that. So I was so scared about them. And sometimes we didn't eat about because we scared too much. But the first country we arrived in, Bulgaria, was so hard to us because they do some things too bad with us. And they took me to prison for 25 days. And at French, we stay in the jungle for like 2-3 months, and we don't have enough food or clothes to wearing. And that's what took 8 months and was too hard. And I guess the hardest year or the difficult year in my life ever, because it was really, really hard to me to leave your family and live alone. You have to listen to the people, they do wrong things that make you more angry than before. That's why when I came to UK, I met the new people, and they told me you have to forget your past and make new future for you, because life is not finished. Maybe the life has started to you. If I say about the good things ICN gave it me, maybe I need 1 day, because when I came to here, I was alone, and ICN was my family right now as well. So they told me and they teach me about language, writing, everything about life. Because, you know, when I came to here, I was alone, and I didn't have any friend, any family. It's now here, ICN is my family. And I've got friends at college, around the Bournemouth, and found nice people. And because the people of Bournemouth all is so friendly, so I love Bournemouth, and I'm gonna stay here forever.
However, Bournemouth has not always been so welcoming. In an incident in 2014, Bournemouth MP Conor Byrne said Bournemouth was the wrong place for 155 refugees to stay, as it could damage the town's tourism economy. This caused some debate within the local community as to whether Bournemouth is a welcoming town or not. Here's what Green Party councillor Simon Bull had to say on the matter.
I think Conor Byrne's statement about the refugees in the hotels in 2014, I think it was very unhelpful. I think Bournemouth is a welcoming town, and the residents of Bournemouth are welcoming and supportive of people in need, and I think our MP should reflect that. And it's not as if these people come here and do nothing. You know, they do want to integrate, most of them want to integrate, most of them want to get on, get jobs and be part of the economy, part of the town. It shouldn't be seen as a negative that we're getting these people here. I think it's a positive. And Bournemouth is a thriving economy with a multicultural feel to it. If you're in Bournemouth, you see people from all places, and it's great for that.
So the question is, why isn't Bournemouth doing more? And what more could it be doing for refugees?
At the moment, we've taken in, we have an allocation of 3 families from the Syrian voluntary refugee programme. There are also 22 unaccompanied asylum-seeking children who've come to Bournemouth. We have an allocation of 24, so we're almost at that allocation. It's slightly difficult in Bournemouth because landlords are reluctant to rent places to refugees. It's quite hard to find accommodation for them. Even though the funding's guaranteed and support is there, landlords and rental agencies are reluctant to house them.
If people are sympathetic and want to help, we need particularly landlords who are willing to maybe allow a refugee family to use their property, maybe at a rent level which is equivalent to what they can get from housing benefit, and that's the problem in Bournemouth.
when people don't know or don't understand, they can become fearful. So I feel that part of my role in society is to explain to people who don't know what, you know, these are ordinary people like you and me with problems, and so you often find if you can allay people's fears, they are actually wanting to be welcoming and wanting to be helpful. This fear, people are not sure what changes will that mean for me, will it make my area more unsafe? So there are those things to talk about, and I think that the more you are free to talk about them without fear of being judged for saying something, the more welcoming people will become.
With all this in mind, it has generated a complex debate around the help refugees and asylum seekers receive in Bournemouth, and whether the town should be doing more. With no easy solution, we leave on one final question. What's next for Bournemouth and its refugees?
I want to work at ICN, as the head staff knows about me, because I want to help other people, even from different country or refugee or not refugee. I want to help people, because when I see that people help me, I want to help another people.
But as far as Bournemouth itself, it has changed a great deal. I've lived here all my life, and I've seen massive, massive changes, particularly in the last 4 or 5 years. So I see it becoming more multicultural. I see it being a place that will welcome refugees and asylum seekers. And I suppose it will just grow like everything's growing. But I don't know. The world is a changing place, isn't it? We don't know what's going to happen.